Well, this is certainly a surprise. Welcome, 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 guys. I could not let Corey have all the fun. Welcome to our first part of our Blue KAIZO Nuzlocke. Now, I know there's going to be some questions, and those questions are probably going to range in the form of, hey, Retro, didn't you say you didn't have a computer? So, I didn't want to get everyone's hopes up, but I did get my old desktop booted. But let me tell you something. This thing is so finicky. Like, it takes probably 45 minutes to hours to, like, 1 to 2 to 3 hours to get this thing to boot, because it's just finicky with the HDMI and moving it all everywhere, and I had to move my whole room around. But anyway, guys, I am on the slow process of getting my stuff back, but you guys can be amazingly helpful. All you need to do is comment on the video, subscribe if you like the content, and of course share it with your friends. If you like the music or they were kicking it today's show, drop a comment down below and let me know. Hello there! Welcome to the world of Pokemon. So, Corey is doing this amazing Nuzlocke over on his channel, and I wanted to do it as well. This will be the very first time that I've done a series alongside him, but I kind of also wanted to give myself something to do while I wait on my equipment to come back, and also I would love to do videos with Corey. However, our circumstances don't really mesh up well, and our time zones don't mesh up real good, but also it would be very, very impractical for you as the viewer and I as the commentator for you guys in the way that I particularly commentate to do it alongside him. We want to give both really good content to both us, well, to the viewers, and also for ourselves as commentators. So instead, I'm going to be doing my side, and he'll be doing his side, and you can check the link down below in the description to his part 1, and I'll do the same for every part that I upload. So, of course, Corey is going to be my rival today, and today we're going to get started really basically. Also, keep in mind as we get started, I don't normally do this type of commentary. I'm always about really fast-paced commentary, so slowing things down in a Let's Play form is going to be a very different avenue for me. That being said, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I look forward to bringing it to you. So we're going to go ahead and start our Blue Nuzlocke by going over to the PC and picking up the potion. Oh, by the way, the rules of the Nuzlocke. First encounter in every route can be caught. If I miss that encounter, I miss the encounter for that route. Battle mode is on set at all times, text speed is on fast, and if a Pokemon dies, it faints and it's in the box permanently. So the whole objective is to beat Blue KAIZO. Now, I consider myself pretty decent at Red, Blue, and Yellow competitive. I feel like I know most of the mechanics, at least the fact that I've been playing this game forever. That being said, if you're interested in some of my older content, the link is down below in the description to that. I was married back then. That's crazy to think about, that it's been that many years since I have actually been commentating. But not only that, in that time period, I've went back to school. I finished school, and I'm, for the first time in my life, 2 years living on my own in August, and I'm very, very proud of it. But you guys know I'm not drawn to IRL things, so we're going to keep the commentary strictly to the game. I'm very curious, and this is very nostalgic for me, because I myself actually got Blue and Red together on a birthday party. I think it was a teal Game Boy Color. But what actually ended up happening is I played Blue first. Now, when I did my Blue playthrough, I probably started with Bulbasaur initially and wasn't a fan, and then I swapped over to Squirtle, and by the time that I was in Mount Moon, I had a Mega Punching Wartortle. But today, we're going to definitely be picking Bulbasaur. Now, also, before we get into this run, this is going to be completely blind. I have not seen anything in this run. I don't know moveset changes. I don't know anything else. Also, we're going to be trying to follow level caps. I say trying with a grain of salt because the level caps we're going to be following are from Pokemon Blue. We're not going to be trying to figure out that this time. By the way, you saw right there that I actually nicknamed my Bulbasaur Yellow. Yellow Swag, I love you, man. That's right, guys. In this, we're going to be naming Pokemon after you guys, so comment down below if you want to get nicknamed and a Pokemon you want to get named after. Also, while you're down there, click a like button on the comment and click a like button on the video, and let me know how you like it. Thank you guys so very much. So Corey is going to sit... Whoa! Hold on. I realized that you bought the Pokeball Plus, sir, when Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out. But I, myself, did not expect to face a Mew. Luckily, YOLO is equipped with this Toxic. And this Toxic is just going to... You know, a Bulbasaur is kind of an ancestral frog, if you will. We're going to spit that poison directly at that Mew. We're going to knock it out in 6 turns. No big deal. So its pound is going to have to crit multiple times in order for us to be mildly threatened. However, Pokemon Red and Blue is known for yellow magic and paralysis, so that could become quite an issue. Also, in the situation that I'm in, I don't have access to my other microphones at this particular moment. So I've barely used this one, and I also want to stress that I am back to using Sony Vegas on this. This Relic that I'm on, guys, is a Windows 7 4 RAM Relic that I have to keep on at all times in order to make content, because trying to get the HDMI back running is just not even an issue, or not even worth trying. It does not run Streamlabs, it does not run OBS, it does not run a lot of things. It does not run anything based on OpenGL. So, it's literally a soapbox. It's probably a little better than a soapbox, but not much. Now, my first encounter, unfortunately, I don't have Pokeballs, so our encounters actually start when I get Pokeballs. Our run by death starts when I get the Pokedex. So, like I was saying, Pokemon Blue was the first one I played. So Sandshrew is really cool, just basically because that is the first version that I played, so I got to play Blue first. So I encountered stuff like Sandshrew first. This is also going to possibly explain the quality of the video, so I apologize in advance. It might also be because I'm looking at the preview like that. No, it still looks just as awful in HD. Great. So, I want to explain that too. Luckily VBA-M runs on this computer. I wanted to use the blue color. I tried to do the old trick with the control stick, where if you press the buttons on the start screen on the logo, it actually flips the colors around. I don't think it works on BGB or VBA-M. And back when I did VBA, I didn't even know there was an M. I think the M was like for linking Coliseum and XD and stuff like that. But I know Visual Boy Advance didn't... M was a separate build back when I did this. So I didn't want to use BGB because I was trying to get the coloration right. And also, the only way I can record this with sound is either Hypercam, which I do have unregistered on this computer with a license, but also Visual Boy Advance can record it too, and it kind of, the pixelation, the dispixelation, if you will, kind of works since it is a regular Game Boy Color game. It kind of just fits in, so it's not all that bad. Alright, so we're going to be sending out our YOLO, and I'm not getting wrapped up in any of Ekans' nonsense, so so the second one I actually do fight. I know at first in the playthrough I wanted to really evade the whole Rap Ekans thing. Rap is so freaking annoying. But what's really interesting to me is Rap and Toxic kind of work like a pseudo entry hazard. Because in Red, Blue, and Yellow, not a lot of things in the competitive metagame actually rest. So, if they're not resting, then you don't really have to worry about them getting off the Toxic Affliction or anything like that. So, you get a pseudo-entry hazard, which is going to enable you to round off your damage percentages, I guess. Damage threshold. That's what I was thinking. Lord, I can't think today. So, it enables you to get your KOs and your different damage ranges with your different threats like Red, Blue, Yellow, Tauros, Alakazam, things like that, weakening Pokemon down to the point that you can knock it out with those particular things, or even being really crafty as to like use Wrap and Fire Spin and tactics like that to get your opponent to a point that you know like a Nightshade or a Seismic Toss would knock it out. But also, there is one-hit KO moves, which I think are banned in Red, Blue, and Yellow OU. However, in Japanese Stadium Cup, they are very much a thing. And it's kind of funny. I did a video on Seeking. You could click that down below in the description. And Seeking is actually one of the best premier threats in Japan, just because Blizzard used to have a 30% freeze chance. That is crazy. To think about that Seeking has agility to double its speed and mitigate Thunder Wave, Horn Drill to get one-hit KOs and still be faster under the Thunder Wave and completely nullify the speed drop. Plus having a 30% freeze rate with Blizzard. Like, what? And let's keep in mind that Blizzard had 90% accuracy in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Let's keep that in mind. So, after all of the long and drawn, we're going to come up here and get our Pokedex, and that means our run has officially begun. So that means anything, or not Pokedex, we got to get the parcel, then go get the Pokedex. Sorry, way ahead of myself. I have not played Red, Blue, and Yellow in quite some time. I also was going to play it on the phone. If you're like, Retro, why didn't you just play it on your phone and be better quality? I didn't want to have the gamepad on the screen, number one. Number two, this is going to sound really bad, but I think like the Bluetooth drivers in my phones are kind of dying, so I had trouble connecting my 8-bit Duo controller to the Android, and even if I could get it working on the Android, it still wasn't using the controller to play the game on the emulator, so it still wasn't accomplishing the fact that I wanted to play the game with the controller. Guys, to give you an idea, this Relic doesn't even have Bluetooth support. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even have Wi-Fi support. I had to plug in a TP-Link in the back of the computer just to give this computer internet. Like, to tell you I'm working on scrap metal is kind of beyond. To be fair, though, this computer used to be a 2 gig RAM or less, because it may have been like 1. Because it was just basically an office assistant. When I was given the computer, it was a family gift, and the person that had the computer was in my family, and they used it for like Microsoft Word and basic email checking, you know, nothing too fancy, so it didn't have to have a lot of memory. It would probably be an equivalent of like one of those all-in-one desktops that you could go to Walmart and pay like $300 and you get it all in one and go, oh my god, that's such a good computer deal. No. That's not going to be the computer you can do YouTube on, I promise. But that being said, I did get my first YouTube partnership with TS Vector and on an Office Assistant computer, and was running Pokemon Stadium 2 NetPlay and Wi-Fi battles on an Office Assistant computer before my ex-wife put in the graphics card into this particular machine. And guys, booting this thing up is like a blast from the past, because it's got a lot of like my old Discord stuff that I worked on, my old Discord bots and stuff like that. Just stuff that I haven't seen in probably 10 years. I don't think it may have been that long. I mean, I don't remember exactly how old TS Vector is. I know I stepped away from it probably 4 years ago. And I know I tried to post a video of going over, not Desmume, but I think we went over Melon DS. Because at the time when I was doing TS Vector, I was also really big into Desmume tutorials. I had done like 10 of them. And Desmume was the DS emulator for the time. So what ended up happening is, after doing those Desmume tutorials, a new DS emulator called Melon DS with way better Wi-Fi and not all the different intricacies that you had to go through to get the internet on that particular emulator. I did a long tutorial for Melon DS, not only for emulation, like on the computer, but also using it on different platforms. So, well, I think, no, because when I did Desmume last before it died, I did Wi-Fi on the modded DS. So my DS has a flash cart, and I use the flash cart with Pokemon Black 2 and stuff like that. Wi-Fi patching and stuff. It's a whole story. But our first encounter of our run I ran completely over our first encounter. I apologize. I had a wing attack scare. I got scared. Bulbasaur, I didn't want YOLO to die. He didn't have to take a wing attack. Had he taken a wing attack at a crit, he would have died. Our first encounter is a Squirtle. Now, Squirtle, like I said, guys, is really nostalgic to me because it's the starter that I chose when I played Pokemon Blue. So now we're going to be coming up with a name for Squirtle, and I can only think of one cool name as retro fans think alike. Guys, welcome Retrospect the Squirtle. Also, if you see your Pokemon in the playthrough, leave a comment down below as well and let me know that you guys hopefully approve of who I gave to you. I mean, remember guys, we're only working with the original 150 here. So, it is a bit, well, 151 I guess, because we know Mew is just out in the open. Corey, how did you get a Mew? Retro, we went over this. He had the Pokeball Plus because he's one of those rich kids who buys all the accessories and a completionist and a perfectionist. I'm just kidding. Corey, you're great. You're a great soul. A great, jolly good soul. So guys, that is actually going to bring us to the end of the first part of the Nuzlocke. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. On our next episode, Corey is gonna want to fight. Remember, we're doing level caps by Pokemon Red and Blue, and the first rival cap is either 8 or 9. I cannot remember. This game is so old. I'm going to be going with 9, so on the next episode, we are going to be having YOLO and Retrospect at level 9, and we are going to get ready to take on our rival. Or we'll go some more routes and find some more Pokemon. That being said, thank you guys for watching with an extra special thanks to Angel the Knight 091. Go check out his version on his channel, and I'll see you guys in the next part of the Nuzlocke and future videos. Thank you all for the support. I love you so much, and see you later.